Hello and welcome. This is Faceless Opinion, and I put the shock in your system. Wait, wrong electric-based superhero. Oops. Well, I'm welcoming you back to another video. It's been a while since I did an Infamous-related topic, and I wanted to dive back into that well. But what did I want to discuss? There are a couple of options. While trying to brainstorm an idea, I had a vision, and I knew what I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about superpowers, but not just any powers, because there are a lot of unique powers that are shown throughout the Infamous franchise. One of the reasons why I'm fond of these games. What I want to talk about is the powers of Cole MacGrath, but not just any power, as this power was a very important one and used to advance the plot in a few missions in the first game, but all but disappears when we get to Infamous 2, and is never mentioned again. What would that be? The answer is simple. It would have to go to Cole's Psychic Vision power. Now, what exactly is Psychic Vision? It is one of Cole's few non-combative electrical abilities. It is activated when Cole touches somebody who has recently just died, and during the moment of contact, Cole will absorb the person's neuroelectrical energy from their neuron synapses, which will result in the creation of an outline of the person who played a part in killing that person. Now, to explain that in a less technical sense, the moment you touch someone, you will see their last memories before they die, and you'll see a green silhouette walking away from the victim, leading straight to the person who did it. This power would make its first appearance in the mission Blood Trail. It is also the same mission in which Cole will gain his touch-related powers, i.e. pulse healing, arc restraint, and bioleech. Though the difference between the two is that Cole got his touch powers when he reestablishes the circuit in the underground transformers to restore power to a small section of Empire City, the same way you get many of his powers. While for Psychic Vision, it is first unlocked when Cole, in an attempt to locate one of Moya's contacts, an electrician named Brandon Carey. Upon reaching the area, instead of finding Brandon, you stumble across a dead woman, much to Moya's confusion. When Cole goes to investigate further, the power would begin to activate and discover that the dead woman is Brandon's wife, Lene. In this vision, he would see Brandon being kidnapped by the Reapers and Lene being killed on the spot they are at currently. After that, Cole will see the green echo of Lene's killer, which Cole will follow to further progress the mission. Even though, as a brief sidebar, the echo we are chasing is not a Reaper. That is Brandon we are following. You can tell by the appearance of the echo itself and the clothes that Brandon is wearing. It's clearly the same person. Does that mean Brandon killed his own wife? Because the way that this power works, as I'll go into further detail in other times it was used, it will always follow the killer. But Lene was killed by a Reaper. So by that logic, we should be following an echo that looks like a Reaper. Though when we follow the echo to the substation and the Reaper bomber blows it up and disables the power to the entire Neon District. Then immediately afterwards we see the echo heading to the sewers, meaning that the Reaper wasn't the one who killed Lene. Now, did Brandon actually kill his wife? I can't say for sure, nor does it really matter in the grand scheme of things. I just thought it was worth mentioning. Anyhow, let's get back on track. You follow the echo all the way until reaching the substation and watching as a Reacher bomber blows himself up, as well as knocking out the power grid for the entire island. After that, you see the echo again, this time going into the sewers, and follow it down. Then the mission carries on as normal, with the echo not being seen again until finding Brandon, in which you are given one of the more stupider and pointless karma choices where you can tell Brandon that his wife is dead, or you can just off him just because you can. I don't know. Like I said, this is one of the more dumber choices in the game. The next usage of Psychic Vision would be during the story mission Zeke's Request, in which Zeke will ask Cole to try and find an old acquaintance named Dwight, so that Zeke can try and shack up with his sister. Unfortunately for poor Dwight, he got gruesomely attacked by what Cole would mistakenly identify as a man with his dog. But in actuality, after following the green echo to the killer, it turns out to be a new type of enemy, the Dustman Conduit, who is equipped with a rocket launcher and has the ability to generate multiple swarmers, which are basically crabs made out of scrap metal. After taking care of Dwight's killer, Zeke will thank you and will try to score with Dwight's sister. I'm not making that up. He literally tries to. Yeah, this mission is a little disturbing. Moving on, the next story mission where Psychic Vision is used is during the mission The Arrest, in which the police are attempting to capture the leader of the Dustmen, Alden. Unfortunately for one officer, they are slain by Alden, and Cole ends up tracking his echo through one of the Dustmen's main bases and gets into a fight with the Trash Golem. though upon defeating the golem, it is revealed that the police apprehended Alden and are escorting him to the prison, thus marking its last use in the main story, but it does end up being used in a handful of side missions, some missions being Officer Down, a good karma side mission where you avenge a fallen officer by hunting down and putting down a group of Reapers. Chasing Echoes is where you have to track down another Dustman conduit, just like in Zeke's request, the difference being that you have to enter a Dustman compound and take down 3 Dustman conduits. And last are the hidden package missions, where whenever you kill a random enemy, there's a chance that you can use psychic vision on them to discover that there is a hidden package in the nearby area that you can find. Locating the package will award you 5 blast shards. That would be every instance in which psychic vision is used in Infamous, as when we get to Infamous 2, Cole will no longer be able to use it. How come? Well, in the beginning of Infamous 2, Cole ends up fighting the Beast, and during that fight, the Beast would end up breaking Cole's powers, meaning that many of the cool abilities that Cole could do, like the Megawatt Hammer, Precision, Polarity Wall, and Lightning Storm, to name a few, he is no longer able to do, which basically serves as a way to nerf Cole so he doesn't come off as powerful and can't steamroll through most of the enemies he encounters in New Marais, though he would end up reacquiring many of the powers that he lost throughout the story of Infamous 2, through the collection of blast cores. However, Psychic Vision, a power that was rather useful in key moments in the story of Infamous 1, never came back. Granted, there were some other powers that didn't make a return either, such as Arc Lightning, Overload Burst, and the Gigawatt Blades, though those can be easily explained away. Arc Lightning is an evil karma ability, and since the good karma path is canon while evil karma isn't, it would make sense that Cole never developed that ability. Overload Burst, if anything, you can make the argument that the Magnum Bolt variant of Cole's Lightning Bolts is rather similar to Overload Burst. For Gigawatt Blades, those were a DLC power, and you could say that it isn't canon either. However, in the Infamous comic, something I made a video on by the way, there is a panel of Cole using the Gigawatt Blades to cut off one of David Warner's arms, which is canon, ergo, this is a power Cole does have. Granted, I would say he kind of traded up with getting the Amp, which is probably a lot more efficient than the Blades, since the Blades are a one-use attack and consume 3 battery cores to activate them, which makes it the 3rd most energy-consuming power, only being passed up by Precision and Lightning Storm. But back to Psychic Vision. It never comes back, nor has a power that comes close enough as a replacement to it. The question is, why did it go away? The in-universe reason would be that the Beast broke Cole's powers, and it never came back. But why was it removed from the game from a gameplay perspective? To be honest, I can name one instance in Infamous 2 where Psychic Vision would have come in handy, and that would have been when the militia killed Dr. Wolf and abducted Quo. Cole could have used that ability on Wolf's dead body to track where those militia guys ran off to and possibly rescued Quo in the process, basically cutting out a few missions from the game and the story overall. I have spent a fair share of time trying to figure out why this power was taken out of the game, but had no luck in finding an answer. So if anyone out there can find something on the subject, please let me know. If I had to come up with a reason as to why it got taken out, my guess would be that the power of Psychic Vision just didn't seem to fit with the direction that they were wanting to take the game in. What I mean by that is that Psychic Vision would best be suited for a game and story that is more slow-paced, that revolves around solving crimes and mysteries, compared to a fast-paced action-adventure game like Infamous is. So maybe the developers couldn't think of a meaningful way to incorporate it in Infamous 2, and decided that it shouldn't be added in as a result. I mean, it's not like it breaks the game that was removed. Psychic Vision, while it has its uses, does not equate to the importance or impact of powers like Shockwave, Static Thrusters, or Lightning Storm. It's not like anyone's going to say that Psychic Vision is their favorite power. I just wanted to highlight a power that some people may have forgotten that Cole actually does have. Or should I say, did have. Anyhow, now tell me, what do you think? Do you remember Psychic Vision? Do you think the devs should have put it in Infamous 2? What do you think is better for Melee, the Amp or Gigawatt Blades? Tell me in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, I will catch you all on the flip side.